Welcome back, race fans. Darkstar here, bringing you the ORL MX Division 1 race number 10 on Narwhal MX. Now, this is a brutal track, extremely technical. This track separates the men from the boys, and as always, giving a shout out to our sponsor, Fair Mods, custom controllers, making custom controllers for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Check them out, you guys. But like I was saying, Narwhal MX, there's the beastly narwhal ready to eat your babies. But this track is extremely technical. Seen a lot of really good drivers rage on this track. It is a very consistent track, but the room for error on this track, there is none. You know, there's one or two good lines you can take through this track and actually make all these jumps. They're very difficult. Jumps that go around turns where you land in a turn. Extremely difficult, extremely technical. We got 5 drivers showed up for the race. Now, it's really late in the season, and it's no surprise to see that some of the drivers who are mathematically out of contention for to make it to the championship series have stopped showing up. That's a shame. Those guys could be getting really good experience on the track right now, but you know, it is what it is. Those guys can do what they want. But here we have the start. That's CRF 150 Rebel out in front with the flaming helmet, followed closely by Unknown Racing, then Unrealistic, and Huntshot. Now, Huntshot had some crazy lag in this game. In the lobby, his armor was lagged out, his rank was lagged out, but he was still in the game, and his mongoose is doing some really weird stuff, and my hat goes off to this guy for sticking through this race with the crazy lag that he was experiencing. But that's still Rebel out in front. Unknown Racing rolls over on that jump, cased it, drops back into 4th, side by side now, fighting for 3rd. Rebel still with the lead, followed closely by UCC Unrealistic. Both of these guys are racing for the Devil's Rejects. All right, now it's still a tight race. It's anyone's race. It's Rebels to lose right now. He's out in front. Unrealistic still in 2nd. Unknown Racing in 3rd. Huntshot 4th. And Dragonface, in last place, bailing on that section right there. You got to treat that hill like a rollover. If you catch too much air there, you're going to have a real hard time making that turn. Rebel still holding the lead. Unreal hits the corner, loses position, drops back to 3rd place. Unknown Racing moves up into 2nd. Huntshot still in 4th, and Dragonface in 5th, trying to cover from that tough wreck. He gets around that turn really fast, though. Now, here's one of those jumps where you have to land in a turn. You can get really squirrely if you don't take the right line. But those guys all handle it like pros. They're coming up to the start-finish line. 2nd lap, that's Rebel with a nice lead. Unknown Racing in 2nd. Unreal still in 3rd. Huntshot in 4th, and Dragonface bringing up the rear. Here's Unreal's perspective, trying to catch Unknown Racing. And, you know, I'll be honest, I've seen Unknown Racing race all freaking season, and once he gets in front of you, he's a difficult man to catch. Very fast racer. Unreal starts fishtailing on the whoop section. Oh, and he catches that corner and then hits the wall. Wisely jumps off the side and skips the landing ramp, knowing he'll just case it and lose more speed. Unknown Racing still chasing Rebel, trying to catch 1st place. Rebel is an amazing MX driver, one of the best I've ever seen. Racing is one of the best all-around drivers I've ever seen. I'm not quite sure if he's got the edge on Rebel when it comes to MX and SX, though. And Rebel holding him off, still keeping his distance. Racing not quite close enough to make contact or make a move. Oh, it looked like Rebel caught a little piece of the wall there and lost some speed. Racing is right up on him now. Rebel a little squirrely through that section. And Racing is right on his bumper now. This is pretty much a 2-man race now. Unreal is several seconds behind these guys. 4th and 5th place are way behind also. They're all kind of driving by themselves back there. Racing wide into this turn that could cost him. And Racing gets a bumper on him. Oh, he flips over the start-finish jump. And Rebel just leaves him behind. But Racing is a trooper. He doesn't give up. I've never seen him give up. I've seen that guy come back from last place and win races on many occasions. Now here's Huntshot with his crazy lag. Just flips here for no reason. And at this point, he's in the process of lagging out. We hate to see this. This is just a horrible thing to see. Stuck in that default armor. His rank lagged out. And there he goes. Dead bodies on the track. No one wants to see that. But Huntshot stuck it out for as long as he could. My hat goes off to him. And here's Rebel. Still in first. Racing trying to catch him. Racing drives a really fast line on this track. Oh, and Rebel flips coming around that turn. Rolls over the start-finish jump. And Racing just leaves him behind. Now Racing in the lead, Rebel in second. If Rebel can win this race, he will lock down first place and make it to the championship series and lock down the MX1 championship. But he's got to catch Racing first, and he knows it's not an easy thing to do. Racing cases that jump. Rebel right up to his bumper now. I love watching these two guys race, especially against each other. Rebel, really tight line through there. Racing gets a bit of a flat landing there, loses some speed. Rebel moves up ahead. Racing trying to use the inside to catch him. They're side by side. Across the start finish, still side by side. This is anyone's race now. Oh, Rebel takes that turn really tight. Racing loses some speed on that berm. Racing trying to make a move on that little inner berm. Doesn't pay off for him though. And it looks like he's kind of off his line. He's a little squirrely through here. It looks like Rebel has managed to hold him off for now. Racing with a tough landing there, loses some more speed. And Rebel is leaving him behind. That's a 3 or 4 second lead now. Doesn't sound like much, but it is a lot. And it looks like his lead's just getting bigger. Racing is just still off his line. He's got to get himself together if he wants to catch Rebel. Rebel is no chump. And here they are again. Several laps later. Oh, Racing gets a little squirrely there. He's going to case this. Oh, and he does and flips. Oh, that was brutal. Racing leaves him in the dust. Racing taking the lead. Rebel drop back to second place now. And Racing has a huge lead on him now. Well, Rebel ain't giving up. He ain't no sucker. He's already made up some of that time a few laps later. Oh, Racing was a little squirrely. Oh, into the wall. Racing. Oh, Rebel takes back the lead. Racing still hasn't recovered. He finally recovers. Rebel's got the lead by a huge margin now. Coming into the last lap. Jeez, here's the finishing results. iDragonface with his 4th place finish. We didn't show Huntshot because he lagged out, but he would have had a 5th place finish, but he got a DNF because he never finished the race. Unreal in 3rd place. Held it down. Rode a solid race. Started to gain on 2nd towards the end of the race, but he just didn't have time to close the gap and put up a fight with these guys. Now, Unknown Racing with a solid 2nd place finish. I believe this locks down his position for the championship series as well. I'll have to double check the stats. And here he is, CRF 150R Rebel. 1st place finish. One of many for him this season. 2 races left in the season, and Rebel's got it locked down. He could quit showing up and probably still bring down 1st place. Like I said, I'd have to double check the stats on that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. And here he is coming around the last set of turns. Nice and smooth over that jump. And that's the race, you guys. CRF 150 Rebel. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Darkstar out. Peace.
Got the badonkadonks? Best day ever!